Howdy, folks, and welcome to the start of WandaVision. Episode 1, it's just came out about an hour ago, and we're going to check it out. I've seen the trailers like you guys have, and I've avoided the most recent flood of like little promos and special features and things that they've been putting out. Marvel has for the last, I think, almost 2 weeks. Definitely this week. So I don't know what's in those, but the trailers were as confusing as can be. The best I've guessed from it is either Wanda has put herself into some sort of a safe place because of the trauma of losing Vision, or somebody else is manipulating her and putting her into this place where they're fabricating reality around her, or she's fabricating reality. She's manipulating reality. I get the impression she's manipulating it once she's in there. Somebody else may have put her in there, but I get the feeling that she's not in control. That's the whole point. She's out of control. But she's actually doing it, doing the changes. But there was that woman in the car who told Vision he was dead. And there are going to be people on the outside who know she's in there because we heard that in the trailer. Them talking to her. So anyway, let's see what Marvel's going to give us for the very first. This is pretty cool. The very first MCU episodic series, if you will. I was going to say television series. It's not quite television, but it's close, on Disney Plus. So here we go. Let's see if this is going to bode well for all the rest of it coming. Typical Marvel intro. Oh, and it goes to black and white 4x3 for WandaVision. Cool. Very bewitched. Very cool. I'm going to make the prediction now that each episode that, because I'm predicting, I mean, everybody's kind of guessed that each episode is going to be in a different kind of time period, in television time period. And I'm predicting that the intro is going to change. It's all going to end with WandaVision, but it's going to have a different intro, right? Because this one's about the magical gal and her mysterious husband or whatever. So I'm looking forward to it. Kind of like the last season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., where every time they went to a different time period, we got a different kind of intro. I thought that was kind of cool. That is kind of cool. The human form is him. I knew he could do it. He could do it from Infinity War, right? But I just kind of got the impression in the trailers that she was making him look that way. And in a sense, she is, because he's dead and she's making him. So yeah, okay, we can both be happy.
Have a good day, dear.
Oh, hello, dear.
And there she is.
Agnes, your neighbor to the like you doesn't have to do much.
Well, they really are. I think when Kevin Feige said that it's going to be something totally different, that it's going to be essentially a sitcom version, and we were all kind of like, okay, that's weird. And then we saw the trailers and like, oh, okay, what he meant was it's just the setting and there's another story going on, but they're taking a long time. What is this? We're 5 minutes in already, and it's still all sitcom. I imagine by the time the episode's over, they'll get into a bigger, plot portion, a bigger story. But it's just kind of interesting that they're staying with the sitcom for so long. But I guess they really have to set the groundwork and make what they're trying to do is probably pull the rug out from underneath us, right? They're trying to get people who don't know anything, didn't see the trailers, to come into this and say, oh, this is some kind of a weird sitcom. Okay, I'll enjoy it. I'll sit back and have a few laughs, and then the rug gets pulled out.
But it's still fun.
Computational Services Incorporated.
Organic matter, much like yourself.
What's funny about the line, go back here, where he says, you're like a walking computer. And Vision takes offense to it, is just, this is supposedly taking place in the 50s? Just 10 years earlier? And definitely 20 years earlier. The term computer applied to a person. It wasn't a machine. When you said somebody was a computer, it was an actual human being who sat in an office or sat at a desk and used an adding machine or figures, slide rules, whatever. They computed things. That's where the term comes from. Is an actual person. So they're not too far away from when computer actually meant a person. So it's kind of funny that Vision, that first of all, Vision takes offense, but I guess he's from contemporary times. But more importantly, that this guy over here says you're like a walking computer. He's old enough that he would know that computer was a term that used to mean people as well as machines. So I just find it funny. I'm sorry. When you work in the computer industry, I mean, that kind of stuff pops up.
What I must...
At your wedding? No, no.
I like how her character name is Agnes. I believe the woman who played the witch's mother, Agnes Moorehead was the name of the actor. I think she actually played the mother of Samantha, the bewitched character. I think, right? Or did she play the neighbor? But it's still kind of cool. I don't know if it's a nod, but I want to think it is.
Nothing special. You could point out that the death rate
And,
of single men is
another thing I want to point out is just how amazing. I mean, we've all commented on this throughout the MCU movies, but how Wanda's very thick accent has like vanished. I get that it's fantasy and that they're in a pretend situation, and she's even her cadence is very dated. I get that, but it's just it strikes me as even more obvious now that that long ago, very thick Eastern European accent that she used to carry, long gone.
married men.
A little tongue-tied?
Typical sitcom setup. I love this. You know, where the two parties are confused. They both think they're talking about the same thing, and they're not. I love it. Very well done. Whoever wrote this is a student of the classics.
Oh, yakety yak! Don't talk back. And on their farm he had a...
Okay, so just checking in here at 15 minutes. We're halfway through the episode. It's still sitcom territory. The only exception being what we know as viewers about who they are, and the mysterious nature of the company he works for, and not knowing what it is. I mean, it's obviously a fake company, right? So whoever created this, Wanda, whoever, didn't put enough detail in for the company to even be doing anything real or know what it's supposed to be doing. They just process forms. That's it so far. I mean, we were introduced to Agnes, but as far as we know, if you didn't see the trailers, she's just the neighbor. She's just another fabricated person, but we know she's more based on the trailers. But halfway through, they're still sticking to the sitcom. So let's see.
Starting to feel woozy.
I think the head spinning thing is going to turn out to be something related to more than just her being hungry or something, right? I'm guessing it's going to tie into somehow the world transitioning or coming apart or something. I don't know. I just get the feeling that trying to make us think it or realize it's more important than we're supposed to think it is. Oh yeah. The trailer. At some point, he's going to start getting into a repeat loop, isn't he? That's right. Forgot about it, but as soon as they sat down at this table, it reminded me.
Wife, me?
Well, I guess he doesn't get into a loop in the real version.
Stop it.
Typical Marvel, right? The trailer not being what's in the show. In the trailer, they had him looping, like he was broken somehow. But here, he just asked the question once, and now he's choking.
Stop it. Stop it.
The loop was her, the wife, with the stop it thing, which at some point, I got the impression she was saying to Wanda, stop it. Or maybe it was Wanda saying it to herself, right? Because again, Wanda's supposedly creating these people.
Do you?
Very touching.
Yes.
I love it. Even though, again, as far as we know, she's making him up. I guess it's kind of cathartic for her, kind of healing. But very nice, very touching. They're married in this fake world. Okay, now they're backing out into another TV. Oh, wow, we're outside. Okay, so this is high tech. So are these people running this or are they observing? Let's find out. Well, we didn't have a good answer on that. My first instinct watching it is that they're running it, that they're controlling it. That logo, I don't recognize that logo that's on the book, I think. Yeah, that book right there. I don't recognize that logo. And it's over here too. Oh, wait a minute, that's Sword. That's Sword. Okay, I know that logo. Okay, never mind. That's a Sword logo, right? Right? You know, Marvel geeks who know more about it than I do. I'm a Marvel fan, but I think I know that as the Sword logo. Okay, so this is Sword. It's theoretically good guys. So probably not controlling it, probably observing it. And then in the trailers, we saw that they were trying to communicate with her and trying to send people in to help break her out of it. So, okay. So these are the good guys observing. I gotta say, I kind of like these credits too. By the way, I was watching through them to see if there was any kind of a clue as something. But what they're showing me is RBG, red, blue, green. Basically, television. How your color is on your television. How it's made in LCD television, for instance. Displaying, we're basically seeing that concept of those pixels showing things, like butterflies and things like that. And we had other things as well. So I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. I don't think they're trying to teach us anything or tell us anything. I think they're just trying to say that it's a television-inspired credit sequence, which is pretty cool. All right. I think that's it. I think we're done. There's a lot more time left here, though. 5 more minutes? 5 minutes? There's not 5 minutes of credits. There's 5 minutes of credits? Wow. That's long. Wow. Okay, I guess they've got the whole this foreign language stuff, too. Okay. First episode. What do we say about it? I mean, I'm hoping that this is just the episode that sets the groundwork for us to see that they're in this television world, right? The little hint at the end is that somebody else is watching. A little bit of malfunctioning in a way with the people in the story is just reinforcing the fact that this is not real. It's a fabrication. Wanda and Vision know who each other are. They know what powers they have. They don't know how they got there. They don't know when their anniversary would be. I guess even if they're not married, even if they never got married before he was destroyed by Thanos, they would have had probably an anniversary date when they, a calendar date when they went on their first date. Maybe, I don't know, but it's completely vacant, their memory of anything prior to this. Which kind of makes sense too, right? Because first of all, he will have been fabricated by her, I'm guessing. So any issues she's having with memory would transfer to him, and the issues she's having with memory are probably intentional, her blocking them out. Again, guessing, because we don't know for sure. Because of, again, the trauma of watching him die. But how did this start? That's the big question. How did this start? Was it Wanda doing it? She just kind of like fell into her sadness and grief, and this bubble universe appeared around her. It's not all in her head, although maybe it is, because we didn't see. The trailers indicate that there's like a force field surrounding an area, which would imply that it's a whole area around her. I was thinking that without us knowing that, it could have just been her, right? She could just be passed out somewhere, and this is all in her head. But I think it's going to be an area around her. And it looks like SWORD is there, the successor to S.H.I.E.L.D., which makes sense from an MCU standpoint, right? Because S.H.I.E.L.D. was kind of destroyed, in a sense, because of Hydra's activities. S.H.I.E.L.D. was no longer trusted, so they just basically moved it on to SWORD. And that's what Nick Fury is running now. So SWORD is monitoring, and I presume helping or trying to help calm her down, for lack of a better term, bring her out of it. Assuming, again, that she's the one who did it. Perhaps they know that somebody else is manipulating her, and they're trying to help her fight it, or something like that. But these are questions that we don't have the answer to. Because this first episode, while it was funny and cute and touching at the end, right? Though, even though he was we believe a vision of her own fabrication, they had a little mini wedding there, a little mini exchange of vows and I do's. I thought that was kind of cool. So I guess episode 2 hopefully will tell us more. We'll see. Like I said, I'm looking forward to seeing if episode 2 has a different intro. That would be really nice. I presume they will. It will. I wonder if the changeover from one time period to the next will be within the episode, or will the next intro just start with the new time period? I don't know. Let me know what you thought in the comments. I'm going to get on to episode 2 since it's been released and record that one and get that one out soon after episode 1. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.